Welcome, beloved Virgo, to your 18-month lunar node shift astrological reading. With the nodes shifting, you are in for some profound shifts and changes to your life. In this video, I will tell you all about it. So stay with me, beloved, as I break it all down for you. Welcome, beloved souls. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Vivía, and this is my channel, Your Soul as Well, where I use astrology to help us navigate our shifting and exciting and sometimes turbulent world. I am a certified professional astrologer using the Western tropical zodiac, and I'm delighted to have you here with me today. I want to remind everybody that this is what I do for work, and I'm really trying to build my presence here. So if you like my work, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss an upload. We're going to get right into it, okay? Virgo, here is your chart for the ingress of the node into your 7th house. Don't worry about the place. This will work wherever you are, as long as you're a Virgo rising, or sun or moon can listen to this too. I cast a chart for the Virgo rising, however. So you can see here that the north node moved into your 7th house of Pisces, and the south node has moved into your 1st house of self. Lots of change coming up for you, Virgo. Lots of change in relationship onto your own self, Virgo. It's going to be a massive year and a half for you. With the north and south node moving into your 7th and 1st houses, respectively, the 7th house, it will highlight and focus areas of partnerships, relationships, the other person, significant others like your marriage or your partner or your business partners, even contracts fall into this house. And that's the north node, and that's where the energy is being focused. With the south node in your 1st house, the south node is the area where there's less energy or energy being drained. And your 1st house is the house of yourself, how you identify, what you look like, your physical body, really a lot of things about you, right? It's really a lot of people think that 1st house is really all about you and the only house in the chart that is about you. So it's a very important chart, seeing as it relates entirely to you. And with the south node going through there could be less time spent on yourself, developing yourself, taking time for yourself, and the shift moving over to your 7th house and spending more time in relationship and developing relationship. With the north node in your 7th house of partnerships and collaborations and balance with others, there might be need to have a sense of vulnerability with others, to open up to others and allowing others to trust and to help you, to really embrace partnership. If you are already in a relationship, it's time to deepen that even further. This transit with the north node through Pisces in your 7th house is about seeking relationships and partnerships that really support you on your spiritual journey and development here in this area of your life. And as well as seeking partners who are aligned to your value system and not those that just meet the practical or material criteria. It really does encourage you to move away from those kinds of relationships that expect you to be too perfect or have too high of expectations, to ones that have more of a mutual spiritual growth in mind. You may be making new relationships, really forging new bonds, and new partnerships, new collaborations of all sorts, including business. And this is again a time to look for and ask for the divine to bring you those that are more aligned with your higher self and your higher purpose in this world. With this transit, also the relationships that are already established and the partnerships that you already have, there's ample opportunity here to deepen those connections and to grow them as well spiritually. Overall, you may find that your relationships shift towards a more deeper and soulful and meaningful connection. And with that north node coming through as well, there will be lots of opportunity coming in, forging new karmic connections with others. This is a time to foster collaborations with others that are aligned with you so that also you can learn and share dynamics to lean on others and trust others and find that balance. There might be agreements or contracts that come your way that too will be karmic in nature, and you will have to assess those to see if they are the most aligned for you on your path right now. Some of you may be healing long-term relationships or marriages that are broken, and with Pisces in this house and with Neptune in this house and the north node going through, there will be ample opportunity for healing of this sort. But do expect fated partnerships to come into your life. And if certain ones are ending, remember that other ones will come in. These new people coming in or new person coming in will help you balance your life and will help you find energy that balances, that you can balance between yourself and the other. And this will also include your personal one-on-one relationships. This year and a half transit will have you focusing more on the other than on yourself, with the South Node going through your first house, as your first house is associated with your identity, your physical body, your own independence, your own self-assertion. And you might find that you're pulled away on relying too much on yourself. And again, embracing that 7th house of partnership and learning to lean and trust on others. With this self-reliance, it's really about dropping into trust and releasing the need for perfectionism or the need to control every situation, and releasing the need to feeling hard on yourself, or being too hard on yourself, or being too self-critical. This transit is really primes you up to release self-sabotaging behavior. You might feel through this transit, because it is your first house, that you might be making changes to how you look or how you appear. And it might have to do with not needing to show up looking so perfect and completely put together. There might be less emphasis on this. So now I'm going to go through the key transits that you will be experiencing through this year and a half shift. So as soon as the North Node moved into your 7th house, it was already applying to a conjunction with Neptune. This 7th house of yours, Pisces is the sign of the mystic and the dreamer. It's a very spiritually oriented sign. So I think that you're very attracted to others that have a spiritual outlook or have Piscean qualities to them. And as soon as the North Node is applying here, it's with Neptune there, it tends to dissipate. It can create a reality of surrealism, and it can create a reality of feeling ungrounded. And perhaps the North Node is already, because it's applying and coming in close to Neptune, it's creating more of an energy of this dissipated energy, and this energy around of not necessarily feeling clear around relationship. On February 1st of this year, Venus and the Moon and Neptune were all in conjunction. That means together in the sky at 28 degrees. So together here in your house. So if you look back on that time, I just think that this brought such an added magical element to this house, brought in more of that magical element and sense of surrealism and sense of anything is possible, a very dreamlike quality. But look back on what happened there on February 1st, and just to get a feel for perhaps what might happen in the future times that Venus conjuncts the North Node. She will conjunct 4 times. This is her first time. On February 7th or 6th, depending on where you are in the world, the North Node makes this exact conjunction with the North Node, also at 28 degrees. So just bringing this home, really making this land just another point of, because the North Node expanding these Neptunian qualities of dreaming and also healing, and maybe bringing something to light as well, like maybe emphasizing something, because Neptune can also be about lies and deception. So as you go through these transits, you might find that maybe somebody or in your life is not being that honest, and just take care that it's not yourself. It's important to take care that you are being as honest as possible in your relationships with others. On February 27th, there will be a new moon in Pisces at 9 degrees, and this is a significant new moon. Now, the moon goes around fast, and it will conjunct the North Node once a month, every month for the whole year and a half that the North Node is in Pisces in your 7th house. But this first moon is significant because there's going to be several other points that also come and conjunct this point here at 9 degrees. New moons are about seeding intentions and bringing new things into the world. And in your 7th house, because it's in your 7th house, expect it to be something around a new relationship or a new partnership or balance with others or a collaboration of some sort, some type of contract. On March 1st, Mercury conjuncts the North Node at 27 degrees of Pisces in your 7th house. So bringing information to you around perhaps what will happen around the new moon or something related to this area of your house of partnership and other. On March 14th or 13th, depending on where you are in the world, there will be a lunar eclipse in your 1st house at 23 degrees of Virgo. So a lunar eclipse is considered fated in astrology, and it tends to close things off for us, bring things to finality and things. So that will be around you. Perhaps it will be your self-perception or somehow how you identify, or somehow something to do with your very self, your physical body, perhaps the way you dress, perhaps the way you look at yourself or how you identify. Perhaps it will be a closure to something that is not working for you, some self-sabotaging belief system all about you, or something that is just not serving you. And with this, all this energy here in Pisces, it's better just to go with the flow and surrender to what is, and then try to force and hold on to the way that things were. On March 17th of this year, the sun conjuncts the North Node at 27 degrees. So then the sun is coming here to this point at 27 degrees with the North Node and illuminating this area of your chart. And so sun in astrology also can represent male figures. So maybe bringing something to light or deepening something, or healing, a healing for you and your partner, or a collaboration of some sort, or something new starting in your life. The eclipse on March 29th will happen here in your 8th house at 9 degrees of Aries. A solar eclipse brings new energy in and it initiates things. It's a portal for energy to come in. Something starting for you in your house of other people's resources, money coming in through maybe investments, partners' resources, residual income, and also maybe start embarking on some type of psychological change, because that's the 8th house. Or starting new studies in the occult fields, any metaphysical field, that would be this house. So change coming in there for you. On April 1st of this year, Venus conjuncts the North Node at 27 degrees. So now we are at Venus's second pass over the North Node, and Venus is going to again show you the things that are working, bring to you the things that you value. It could be around money. It could be, the 7th house is also the house of the marketplace if you are in business and have a business. So Venus here with your North Node could be helping you with, she will be helping you with money and with resources and with your relationships, with love and harmony. She represents all of these things, and the North Node amplifies and brings more to us. So this is going to be very auspicious for you. So watch for the happenings around this time. On April 21st, Saturn conjuncts the North Node at 26 degrees of Pisces. So Saturn is the reality check, right, in the chart. So if there is any deception in any of your relationships with others, or any of your collaborations, or any of your contracts in the marketplace perhaps, or anything going awry, Saturn is going to come here and give you a dose of reality, the dose of reality that you need just to take things in stride and to look at them through a new lens, and not the rose-colored lens, but to be more grounded and more practical and look at things in a more Saturnian way, which is more realistic. On April 23rd of this year, Venus conjuncts the North Node for her third time now at 26 degrees of Pisces. So now Venus is here again conjuncting, because she's gone retrograde over the North Node and now she's going back forward. She still is in shadow, but she is exalted in Pisces. So she is working at her best, even though she's covering old ground. So again, just showing you what really you value. By now you're getting a very clear sense of it, what you really want out of your relationships and your collaborations with others, and how best to go on this path to bring it forward for yourself. On June 9th of this year, Jupiter, that is here in your 10th house of reputation and career, moves from Gemini into Cancer, your 11th house. And this is great for all of us. And you can watch my other video. I will link them in the description box on the whole video I did, breaking all of these transits down in more depth. So if you want more information, you can go listen to those. So Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, and that means that Jupiter works at its best, can perform its best, and bring its qualities to us in its best way, which is abundance and prosperity and opportunity and joy and optimism and vision. And Jupiter will be trining to your house here, your 7th, from your 11th to your 7th house. Jupiter will be trining, and that means there's a flow and there's harmony between your house of groups and friendships and organizations and dreams, and it's your bigger house of money, with Jupiter going in that house and expanding it to your 7th house. So there's going to be lots of opportunity for a whole year and a half for you to really expand some area of your life, and for this time period, helping your house here, your Piscean 7th house. On August 15th or 16th, depending on where you are in the world, Venus is going to trine the North Node at 18 degrees. So she will be here in your 11th house. She will have just passed Jupiter and conjuncted Jupiter, and she too will just be bringing this benevolent influence. She's the lesser benefic, so good harmony coming into your 7th house, and lots of opportunity for love and affection, and again, wealth and resources and all those things that we value here. So great opportunity here again to deepen an existing love bond, heal anything fractured in an existing relationship, or with new relationships as well. Then on September 3rd, Jupiter makes its exact trine to the North Node, and just again influencing this energy of prosperity coming in, just There's a real sense of joy and enthusiasm in your 7th house here. Again, opportunity for love and for deepening an existing bond or magnifying an existing bond or even a new relationship. On September 17th, there's a lunar eclipse happening in your 7th house at 15 degrees. So now lunar eclipses tend to close things off. They are fated events that close or end, and they're meant to, karmically, they're meant just to end things that are no longer serving us. So if something is ending here, if it's a relationship or a partnership or a collaboration of some sort, it's because you no longer need it. It's no longer needed in your life, beloved. And Spirit is asking you, your higher self is asking you to take a higher path, and no fear because the North Node is here. So there's going to be lots of incoming energy around new relationships, new opportunities for partnerships and collaboration. On September 21st, there's going to be solar eclipse happening at 29 degrees of Virgo in your 1st house. Now, the 29 degrees is the critical degree in astrology, and it's known as the crisis point, but it doesn't have to be a crisis point if we are listening to the messages that Spirit is giving us. As long as we're following our intuition and doing the things that we need to do, particularly with you, it is taking care of your physical body here in your 1st house. So as long as you're taking care of your physical body, there should be no need to worry. Do the things that you need to do to keep yourself healthy, and all will be well. But just know that solar eclipses bring information in, and they're portals for new beginnings. So expect new beginnings again in the area of self-identity, how you present yourself to the world, yourself and your person and your ego and how you see yourself. All of that is in this house. But the South Node is here. So again, something ending, something beginning. Next year, 2026, we have Mercury. This is the point that I had mentioned, the 9-degree point here of that new moon. And first, we have Mercury on February 11th conjuncting the North Node at 9 degrees. On February 17th, we have Venus conjuncting the North Node at 8 degrees. On February 27th, we have the Sun conjuncting the North Node at 8 degrees. And then finally, we have Mercury again conjuncting the North Node at 8 degrees on March 22nd of next year. Now, all these points will go through and they'll stimulate again what the new moon, what you seeded in the new moon, and then all these points will go through one at a time. First, Mercury, your mind and ideas, information coming in around this area of your house, how to deal with partnerships, what to do with partnerships that may not be working for you anymore, what to do with new partnerships or collaborations, news coming in around this. And then Venus, again, your values and what you want. By this time, you will have a really good and solid understanding of what it is that you want out of your partnerships, out of your relationships, and how to find that balance. When the Sun comes through, it's going to just illuminate this North Node and illuminate the potential for your relationship moving forward. And it will bring more of a sense of clarity again and just being able to actualize the path forward. By the time Mars gets there, Mars is the action planet. It's going to be whatever you have not put into action, you're going to now just be able to put into action and do the things you need to do to make this area of your life work and to make these relationships or partnerships work. By July 26th of 2026, the North Node moves out of your 7th house of Pisces into your 6th house of Aquarius, where it will be with Pluto for a whole year and a half. And the South Node will move out of your 1st house of Virgo into your 12th house of Leo. And that will be another video for another day. So this whole period of time for you, beloved Virgo, is going to be focused on your transformation, on your intimacy with others, on partnerships, and the balance between self and other. Remember to stay vulnerable and be willing to open and transform. And with the South Node going through your 1st house, you are being called to be more compassionate towards yourself. Compassion and forgiveness towards the self will be important in this time period. And because Pisces North Node is there, there's going to be a calling for spiritual growth, particularly in your partnerships and your relationships. So this could be a time when you and your beloved embark on some type of spiritual quest together, maybe bringing that into your relationship. If you are a person who is used to relying on yourself, that South Node going through your 1st house and the North Node going through your 7th is going to have you focus instead and lean back on others and trust that they have you and that they can hold you. You might struggle at first with trusting and being vulnerable, but as Venus keeps going through and as these planets keep connecting with the North Node in your 7th house, I think you're going to find that you can open more and just trust the process and go with that flow. If you're feeling a bit disconnected from yourself because the South Node is there, remember some embodiment techniques and grounding techniques to bring yourself back into your body. This really is going to be a period where you're going to want to connect with others on a deeper and more spiritual level than you ever have before. And the partnerships that do come in, new ones, they're going to be based more in your own intuition and even psychic ability. And again, on the basis of a spiritual connection. And so focus on those ones, beloved Virgo, and remember to keep compassion and forgiveness at hand, both for the other, but really a lot for yourself. I think that you're just going to be able to, if you allow yourself just to surrender to this process, I think that you will be able to just really open and beautify this area of your life, the seventh house, the partnerships, the house of other. It will really be a profound opportunity to step into deeper connection, which will lead to deeper connection with self too, because that's what the South Node wants to do. As it's going through this first house, consider it cleaning up everything that doesn't work for you. If there is a new relationship forming here, remember it could be a business partnership as well. It doesn't have to be a marriage. It could be any sort of relationship, a deeply personal relationship that is one-on-one with the other. Remember that it will be fated. It is meant to come into your life. It is meant to come into your life to provide you with the needed harmony that you need. And a relationship formed under this influence will be beautiful and divinely guided. My beloved Virgos, that is my reading for you. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that I've helped you. I want to remind you to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload, because I am uploading regularly now. I would not want you to miss an upload. Stay blessed, beloved Virgo. I will see you on the next video.